called
Spring Chins.
Spring Chins. So Spring Chins or Awakening. And again, we'll have a stand up to show you in just a second. Okay, so let's talk to somebody you might not know why this is such a craze.
Okay. So diamond painting has taken the world by storm, particularly over the last 4 years, and Crystal Art is our brand from Craft Buddy. What we do so well is making the most beautiful quality of pictures. So anyone who has seen diamond painting, we've got some phenomenal licenses, but our artwork is so crystal clear. So although you're making up of tiny little dots, it's not pixelated. I mean, the bunny, the detail in him, you can see his little whiskers and everything.
Yeah.
Now,
and you don't have to be a far to appreciate it. That's how good the quality of yours, and that's important to get it. Be careful.
It's not like I'm going, don't go too close.
You don't do it. It's like those old TVs. You got to stand
You can
way
keep on
back.
going in.
Yeah, I mean, really. Oh, thanks, guys. Look, isn't this stunning? And here's the craziest part, because I am such a type A hyper person, as you can tell. It is one of the most relaxing things you will ever do. That is what is so shocking. You fall in love with doing it.
Now, you know, when I was doing the Facebook Live with your beautiful group on Facebook, when I've been looking at the reviews that you guys have been leaving, you know, we've been coming here for nearly a year now, and I am so glad that you have loved the project. Not only does everyone say it's really addictive, but it is that switch off as well. Yeah. Now, shall I very quickly show you?
Too, what's so clever, you're like, how do I work with these little teeny things? The whole thing is thought out.
All your tools are included. The only thing you might need is a little pair of scissors to open up those bags of crystals. Once you've got your color crystal in your tray, so I've decanted here the letter D. Anywhere I see the letter D, my pen is primed, so I've got that gel in there. Tiny little tap of the crystal. This might be that you are making cards all day. Maybe you're following intricate patterns. So many of you are using this as a secondary craft because this is a complete hobby in a box. That is as difficult as the technique goes. As you build it, as you grow it, as you have that lovely relaxation of the end results, which is so amazing because every time one of you make this at home, your end results are going to be perfect, whether you are just starting crafting with us today or you've been doing it for the last 60 years.
Even all the shading is there. Like, you don't have to be good at this. And it's, I am telling you, you will get it. People get addicted to it.
Absolutely.
And it was so cute with our Facebook group, which you've been on the show before. We had one gal who posted her grandson had a picture of him doing your crystal art. And he loves it too.
Zones them out.
It does. Zones them out. Zones me out. I do love it. All right, the most popular of the two is going to be the Awakening, which is the bunny. Gorgeous. I have about 200 left in each choice. So this is on its way to selling out. And because of that, we got to move on to the stand-up.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now this one, I loved me the old nutcrackers at Christmas.
Me
but
too.
I have to say, you guys have outdone yourself on this one.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Bright colors, beautiful seasonal makes as well. I know so many of you love having that relaxation.
I'm going to slide this out from behind
Sure.
it, because I want you all, there we go.
Well,
there
wait till you see it. You're going to be really impressed in a minute, Suzanne, because not only is it the seasonal makes, you get that relaxation and that me time, and I am talking about hours worth here as well. So if you're thinking of that craft per minute, even, you know, dollar per minute, wait till you see this. Not only do you have 26 different colors of your crystals in here. This is already on your wooden board, and I tell you what, even better value for money, it's double-sided. So this is effectively like buying 2 of our pre-stretched, pre-framed canvases because you've got double-sided. Now this will flat pack down. So come the end of Easter, you have had your lovely craft, maybe with your family, maybe just a little bit of you time. You've even got the stand there as well. I mean, this can be used for other crafts as well. But that will flat pack down, it will be stored away, and then you can bring it out every Easter. Even if you only get one side done this year, bring it out, do it again, and I tell you why, because you've already got the glue on the surface. So everything is laser cut in your wood, so there is nothing else for you to do. We have done all the hard work for you, and you have no working time with this glue either. So it's just like the magic glue that we sell on the website. Yeah. It will stay permanently sticky, and it's never gonna dry. So finish one side before Easter this year. If you don't get around to it until next year, you can enjoy that next year round as well.
And all you have to do, the trick is just keep that topper on it.
Absolutely.
So you would section by section.
You would do one side for this Easter and leave your reverse side on there.
Right.
So
but even if it's day to day or hour to hour.
Absolutely, exactly that. Only reveal a little area. That way, I'm protecting it. I'm using my hand to work on it. I'm not going to get any dust or hair or anything else on this side. And you can also then maneuver it all the way around. So it's just like painting by numbers. Whether you get 5 minutes today, you might get half an hour at the weekend if you're lucky. Then, of course, you can sit down and do that as well. Exactly the same technique. And look at this. You've even got rhinestones own crystals in there as well.
So
I was showing you these earlier. Our rhinestones are particularly special because they're silver backed. You've then got that translucent resin through the center, and that gives you even higher shine, which means that when you're working with it, not only is it easy to work with, and it's the exact same technique that I was showing you in your scrolls. The great thing is with crystal art, once you've seen this technique, you know exactly what you're doing. It makes my job really easy. I mean, my prep for these is limiting.
There's not a whole lot of tutorials out there because you don't need any tutorials out there.
Absolutely. Because if you can hold a pen, you can create these, and that's what's so fabulous.
You know what I think is brilliant? I love the tray. Whoever designed a tray that makes the crystals flip the right way, I want to thank them.
It's like, do you remember when we were doing our Facebook Live and I turned over every single one? I've never been so excited. It's ridiculous. But it is so good and easy for you to work with.
And they find their little spot.
Absolutely. Flat side down, faceted side up. It means that you have all of those channels straight through, making it nice and easy. Now, I've got the letter A here. Keep that nice and close to your work. And remember, if you can hold the pen, you can create any of these canvases, whether it be our cards, whether it be our stamps, our scrolls today, or your gorgeous Easter bunny as well. And of course, then when you're finished, you can seal that back over. The more you add on, the more sparkly it's going to get, the more impressive it's going to get. So and the value for money in this one is phenomenal.
And do me a favor, if you don't mind, can you kind of tilt it around a little? You guys have to see the sparkle. I think what you don't really get in the studio.
It's so hard sometimes on camera, isn't it?
It is eye candy. It's just 100%, 3,000% eye candy. There is a sparkle to it. Yeah, maybe we can get, oh, thanks, Charlie.
There you go.
There's a sparkle to it that just, your eye is so drawn to it when you have it display it. It's not like your traditional kind of, oh, it's kind of a lame Easter idea. It's beautiful. And think about this for a centerpiece if you're having people over for Easter dinner.
So that's what I was going to say, because it's double-sided. As you walk around the room, as your guests sit around the table, maybe it's going to be like on a little coffee table even. You're just going to put a few Easter eggs around it. Maybe it's going to be for the grandkids to have their Easter egg hunt all set up. Because it's double-sided, you're going to have that beautiful finish, front and back, and phenomenal value for money.
Thanks, Charlie. I just, again, the whole thing shines like that and even more.
Absolutely.
So just, because I think when you see it on the wide shot, it looks like really pretty colors, but you don't get the texture, the dimensionality, or the pop that
Have a look at the reviews on our items on the website as well, because once you get these home, I wish I could show you them. Once you get these home, the sparkle that you get from it is phenomenal.
This is, and you guys, what's really, really cool, this is amazing too. Almost every single bit of this is completely covered. So it's not like you have part print and then you put a few little dots every there and make it jazzy. The entire thing, again, it's tough to see, but the entire thing is going to be covered with these amazing little crystals. I just am always in awe of this.
And this is why it's so lovely, because so many of our customers use this as a secondary hobby. So you might be making cards all day, you might be sewing all day, following those intricate patterns, and you're really zoned into something, and it takes a lot of concentration. What this is a secondary hobby for you. It's a pick up, put down craft as well. Like we were saying, you could have 5 minutes. Maybe it's just for your coffee break. You want to be productive. Maybe you're sitting down at the end of the day and you've got a film on or a program. Maybe you're crafting with your family, but you want to be productive with that time. We're not very good at sitting down doing nothing. This way, it's like putting together a puzzle. You get that switch off, you get that mindfulness, but then you've got an amazing centerpiece at the end of the day. And so it's got that functionality
that literally,
too.
Virtually everybody can do it. You need no skill. If you can hold a pencil, you've got this whole thing figured out. And then for me, I'd have to put on my readers. But other than that, you're good to go. You get everything you need. You do. You don't need any additional stuff.
Pair of scissors to open up the bags. That's it. You are good to go. And that's why it's so amazing. How often can you start a brand new hobby for just over $20? Not very often. All tools included and materials.
That is sold out. So here, let me just show you real quick in review. Sorry, I'm going to put this over here in front of you. Here's what I have left. I have less than 200 in each of these. This one is called, once again, the
Spring Chins.
Spring Chins, and this is called Awakening. If you missed that bunny, and remember, it's the same amount of sparkle. Again, sometimes it frustrates me a little bit because you just don't see how truly magical it is on
It's so bright in here with the lights. When you get this home and those beautiful summer mornings as well, the sun coming through, oh my goodness, you're gonna love it.
And again, so those are the two that are left. Unfortunately, the stand-up Pete is now sold out. All right, I gotta let you go.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm always so excited when I have her in my show because I just think this is, it's 100% eye candy.
Bit of bling.
I love it. Who doesn't love bling, right? You know. All right, thanks, love.
Thanks.
All right, I'd love for you to get in on an awesome deal, and we're doing something really special on our sister network. It's called HSN 2, and it's actually our biggest markdowns ever. Am I on? Oh, stop. Am I really? Hi, Susie. How you doing? Look at me working out. That's on the Aero Pilates machine, which I do highly recommend, actually. Well, what's happening is on our sister network right now, it's one of the biggest events we've ever done, and you can check it out up to 30% off everything, which is kind of wild, right? So you can find out hsn.com, your mobile, HSN Plus, our, of course, app you can download on your smart TV. Just pop that in the search bar, and you'll be taken right here to, well, me. And you can never get enough of me. That's what my husband says. Yeah, girl, can't ever get enough of you. All right, I'm moving on to Miss Beth. She is patiently waiting. All right, so here's the scoop. Miss Beth was on earlier, and virtually everything that she featured with her and Helen sold out. So thank goodness, Beth, you saved a few things for us tonight.
Well, can we grab one of those? Because how perfect is that going to be for this? Because I had one and I was like, right? So I want everybody to see. This is going to be life-changing. Suzanne and I were talking about our readers earlier. You might not need it.
Well, maybe not with the light board.
Right?
Okay, so let me give you a scoop on Beth, too. Beth, how many years now have you been at HSN?
Over 15.
Over 15.
Yeah.
And you see her on the internet. She has been, now, and what's really cool is as she's evolved here at HSN, you actually have your own line called Kingston Crafts.
I do.
And then she represents a couple of other fabulous lines like Diamond Press, and we love Cutterpillar. Yeah. Now, little background on this item, though.
Because
this baby sold out
every time. Every time we're on
every
with
time.
it,
I'm gonna get out of your way, so you go with it.
So what's so great about this, Suzanne's exactly right. This is, you know, we try all these different crafts. Some of us need to wear our readers. We want to be on the go. We want to be with our families, but we also want to be creating. The Cutterpillar Glow is for you. So you're getting the light board. You're getting the self-healing cutting mat. You're getting the carrying case. Here's what makes this special. So I'm going to plug, it's got 3 different levels of light, 1, 2, 3. If you are doing the gorgeous diamond painting, look at how beautifully this,
that's
but look,
perfect.
Suzanne, look at how,
actually really
right?
read
You
it
can
now.
actually
You're right.
read. Look when you see it.
XL, that's a miracle.
Look at how clear and crisp that is. So if you're doing the diamond painting, it's an absolute must. If you own a die cutting machine, you cut these things out and you're like, now I got a weed, I cannot see anything. You can see, I don't know if you can see it overhead, but see, Suzanne, how you can see perfectly where the wreath is, and you can see perfectly where everything needs to cut. So this is absolutely a must if you're going to be weeding your projects, because you can actually see the little lines. So it's one of those things that you're going to use every single day for projects you didn't even know you needed. If you are interested in doing hand lettering,
love
this
that.
is an absolute
the modern
must.
calligraphy today is stunning.
It's incredible, but for those of us who have a hard time, like if you just laid this down on your table and we're trying to trace over it, you'd never be able to see.
Right, yeah.
Look at how clear, it's almost like that top sheet isn't there. Then I can take my marker or whatever I've got going, and I can practice.
Can I give an update,
And it's, give it to me.
There are 270 left.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
it.
what is happening
And
today?
you know what? I have the worst handwriting in the world. So you know what'd be great for me is if I wanted to look like I could do calligraphy. No, I'm serious.
Well, you could print something out on a computer, and then instead of using these cheat sheets, you're absolutely 100% right. You are, and you could do this on thicker cardstock. I mean, it just makes it so easy. Here's what we haven't even talked about yet: is I've got this plugged in and I've got the light on, but look what's going to happen. So this goes totally cordless. So a 45-minute charge charges it for 4 hours. So if you're in the car, if you're traveling, if you're sitting watching football with your husband and you want to be working on your crafts, this is, it's also very flattering.
Lovely. I love
look
lighting.
hey, everybody. You can use it as a selfie.
Look, and the wrinkles go away. And now, before they're sold out, let me explain. You're also getting a self-cutting healing.
Yes, so let's talk about that.
A self-healing cutting mat. This is worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely.
You're also going to get a beautiful canvas tote to go with it, which protects it, puts all of it in there, and obviously you can take it to go if you need to.
You can take it anywhere.
I love this.
I love this. So it has millimeters, it has inches, it also has cutting on the diagonal, it has degrees. So you can lay this down. You can cut perfectly straight.
Smart.
But oh, by the way, if you're doing appliques, you can also perfectly see the appliques. So if you're gonna be using a disappearing fabric pen, right? All those fun, precious appliques, look at, you just trace over it with the fabric pen and then it erases.
Machine,
but you absolutely can use this self-healing mat. Maybe
See,
it would help.
I love that because it takes that to another level.
Well,
because
it's
there's
so
some light boards out there, but nothing quite like this.
And here's the other thing. Other light boards are, I mean, that's, terrible. Other light boards are precious and very fragile, and you have to be careful that you don't drop them because they're made of glass. I'm about to make everyone real uncomfortable.
You're not gonna...
Like, look
I
at,
would never do that to my light
I will
board.
drop it on the floor, but it'll scare everybody. And then it just turns back on. So you can put it in your car, you can put it in your bag, you can take it with you on trips.
sit on the couch.
You can sit on the couch, you can do all the things, and all of those projects that you're working on. But I think...
Wait, here's the carrying / protection bag. So you put all of it in here. And it's really nice, too. It's not like they made the two things great and then said, you know, the bag. Who
But
cares?
also, if you're working on one of these, that will fit in there. Like everything you are
true, your
working
whole
on
project.
can go with it. Your whole project, your vinyl, all the things you're cutting, all the things you're working on.
Back.
But it is an absolute must, especially as, you know, we are still fantastic, but we are getting a little bit older. I'm aging in reverse. But all of those things, you know, if the light in your craft room isn't great, if you're visiting a friend, if you're at a crop, and sometimes hotel rooms, the lights aren't great, this is for you. Look at how beautifully you can see this.
And I will say, how many of you have old negatives still, and you haven't seen them in 100 million years?
My
I mean,
gosh,
originally light
how
boards are made for
amazing would
people in
that be?
photography, right?
Absolutely.
So if you've got a whole bunch of negatives and you've always wondered what's on them and should I get them printed out instead of wasting all the money, buy this first and then use it for those.
Oh my gosh, Suzanne, that is genius.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely perfect for all the tracing you want to do, all the hand lettering. If you're doing stuff on your computer and you want to be able to read it, everything you need is in this set. And look at the value. It's $40 cheaper. Just to buy a self-cutting mat would be $25 or $30. And again, I mean, I'm just banging stuff around.
Well, and not to be totally nerdy, but this self-cutting mat you can use just on its own. And if you don't have one, whenever you're cutting anything, how many times you've ruined a table or a countertop or something, or you try to put something underneath it and try to cut something, you will, even if you use an X-Acto knife, you know, it's great for that.
You know what
else?
else
If you don't use it with it, it's
great
really
for
good.
is if you're a stamper, it lines, because you can see the paper, it perfectly lines up your stamps for you. I know.
Okay, next level on
I forgot to bring a little stampy thing, right? It's such a perfect example.
Oh, you're right, because if you're trying to do lettering with stamps, now you can just follow
Or even like if you're doing 3 bunnies in a row, you just put your piece of paper on and boop, 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 do the 3 lines.
In a row.
Yeah. And this is also a nice cushion, because you know how sometimes if you use stamps on a hard table, if you press and you don't get the full coverage, this is going to do it for you. But on top of that, you're getting the Cutterpillar glow on top of
167
it.
left. We have
I
4
just love
flex
this thing
pays.
so
We're
much.
$30 off. It sells out every single time that Beth shows up, which is awesome. But finally, we got it back. And I was thrilled to see it in the show. I do. I love the fact it's slimline, and I love the fact it's durable. Because mine, I'm so nervous about.
Cordless, too.
And cordless.
Like,
Mine's
it'll
definitely
go
not
everywhere,
cordless.
right? You can just tuck it under your arm. You can take it with you to a crop. You can put it
on a couch. You know, you're on the couch doing, if you're doing the diamond painting.
Because if you want to be around your family, again, football season is happening. Super Bowl's almost here. I want to be upstairs with my family, but I also want to be productive, as Sarah was saying. This is how you do it. If your living room doesn't have a lot of great lighting, apparently Suzanne and I are going to use this for selfies from now on. But you're getting the glow, you're getting the self-healing cutting mat, and you're getting, I mean, the bag by itself would be $40. It's such a great combination. It's such a great price. And I think it's been well over a year since we've had this, but it just makes things so easy to see.
Well, and
I mean,
this
look
is
at
one thing that's so near and dear to me, because I truly have the worst handwriting on earth, right? And I really do, but I admire anybody who can do modern day calligraphy. Like, I love the whole brush lettering thing.
Yes.
Now, remember, print out whatever you want to say on your printer, and then go back in with your colored markers and just trace it. Or I'll tell you what's really cool. If you have a kid who's kind of an aspiring artist, they love to trace. Kids love,
my gosh,
like what they'll do is they'll
Suzanne.
take comic books and then they'll put a piece of paper on it and then trace out the comics.
Have you also seen all those, they're called light box activities for kids, where you need a light box underneath?
I did not know that.
I was in there. Yeah. But it's such a great, you get like translucent things and your kids play with it and it helps them with depth perception. Yeah, it's super, super cool.
All right, now we're going to spend literally like 30 seconds on this.
Okay, I'm just going to cut a bunch of things.
Okay, there we go. This is, again, from Cutterpillar. It's the crop portable paper trimmer with the LED light built in, which is cool. And you get the bag to go with it. Again, another reorder item.
Another reorder. This sells out every time. What it does is it makes the most intricate cuts on every possible kind of paper. So
Tell
I
about
just
the blade,
said,
though, too.
So it's self-healing, it's sharpening. Thank you. There's also a light
never
under
spending
here.
another dollar on a blade?
And here's what I want you to do. Go to your trimmer, get out the most difficult piece of paper. This is
Ooh, wait, I'm
board,
gonna pick
metallic
one.
board.
Do this one.
We'll do this one.
That one's
Pick
tough.
the most difficult piece of cardstock or cutting item you have. Go try to cut it with your trimmer, and then watch me trim it here on live television, right? So I'm not having to this is flocked paper. Every single thing you're trying to cut. And if you look, these are perfectly cut
and
lines.
consistent too.
Perfectly cut and consistent. You can fold them in half.
And
you
just,
see that the edges fold together.
Just really quick, because we're running out of time. I just want to show you.
Talk to me.
It's got all the measurements on here. This folds out. So if you're doing 12 by 12 or whatever, you're good to go.
You will never buy another trimmer.
All right, girl, got to keep moving on.
Oh, all right.
Head over that way.
But I want to talk about the trimmer some more.
It's like, hold on.
I just love to cut things.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to a really cute set. And I had mentioned this a little bit earlier that pretty much everything in the Diamond Press show you had with Helen sold out. So we saved a really fun one for us for tonight. This one is 100% brand new. Very limited, though. I have less than 700 as we're heading into this. I know.
Okay.
And I want to mention, I had them add the marquee. There's 3 machines. I use my Gemini a ton.
Yep.
I use my marquee machine a ton, and I use my Cricut to cut things out and like to kind of do electronic die cut. We have this back in stock. It is such a gem. I love it so much.
And it's been probably 5 months since we've had this because it's been, so grab all the grabs good, and I think there's only a couple hundred left. So let's talk about your getting. You're exactly right. This is one of the most popular sets that we think we had come up this go round. So it's the old vintage marquees. You see them on the side of the road, you see them at drive-ins, you see them at restaurants. It's got the fun arrows that light up. It's got the individual alphabet letters. It's got everything you need, the stamps and dice to mix and match. Let me just show you some of the gorgeous projects that you're creating. If this is every vintage set we've ever created,
so
people are like, look at how fun this is.
I want to do like
Hello,
welcome
you're the
to
best.
Vegas.
Oh gosh, if you're a scrapbooker, this would be amazing for a Vegas trip. But look at just the nostalgia of this, right? With the neon against the back, you can do individual phrases, all the fun little arrows, all the fun little vintage signs. Look at how gorgeous this is. And what is amazing about Diamond, I mean, this just says to me like 60s, right? Beautiful 50s and 60s.
Yes.
It's got these, you see the, there's a Mexican restaurant that all the memes are made of, and it's got all the fun little sayings. You can do all of these incredible things. But what's so amazing to me, Suzanne, look at it with the gems.
Oh,
you see
please,
yes. Stop. Okay. So what I think is so amazing about Diamond Press is the quality of the dies. So again, this entire set is $18.95, which I did not realize until just this moment. So I'm gonna use this. So
fantastic
just
price.
these, you might think, okay, I'm gonna run this through, and there's gonna be like, there's supposed to be a dozen little cutout dots, but they're not gonna be that way because this is such an inexpensive set, and it's gonna be too hard, and it's not gonna. Look at how perfectly that just popped out. I didn't have to get out a tool to pop anything. I didn't have to, it came out perfectly. Now
wait, just FYI, even if you have a lot of other machines, I'll tell you another one that's great is Anna's got hers.
Yes.
The same dies you're seeing here will work on all the other machines out there.
Absolutely. Are you ready to have your mind blown, Suzanne?
Always, always. Shut up.
I wish I could, but I can't because this is too awesome.
Okay. Like you have to get this just to do that idea.
I mean,
right
it's
there.
just, there's so many amazing ideas. And this uses just scraps of paper. Whether you want to use some big, bright, beautiful colors, these are teeny tiny scraps. But look at this in just a full black and white. How gorgeous is this?
Oh my gosh.
And a card like this would be $5 or $6 at retail. And it's got this fun texture.
Card right there, just stop. Because I want you to understand, all of these, everything on the card is in the kit and then more. So when you said, well, where did that little string light thing happen? It is the die that comes in the kit. So, and then what you really, here's what happened when you get this kit at home. And you know what, guys, James, excuse me, guys, real quick. I just want to shoot the top of these two, if you don't mind, only because everything builds on everything else.
Yes.
And you'll realize the brilliance of this $18.95 kit when you get it at home. When you see this grill up here, understand they make the sayings the size to fit there.
Yeah.
Or to fit here. See how they all work?
And see how it beautifully pops,
Yeah, and so I just think that's so important to point out because you can't on television really appreciate how detailed and brilliantly thought out these are.
Well, and I heard Sarah say this earlier, when you're talking about alphabet dies, for people who have unusually spelled names, it is hard, it's almost impossible. Happy birthday, Sid. Tell me where you're gonna find a Sid stamp. You're not. But because it perfectly coordinates and perfectly fits inside this, you're creating these custom birthdays, custom party. Oh, this would be amazing if you were having like a 50s or 60s party to do invitations. Oh my gosh, or like a sock hop. This would be absolutely, I mean, where are you gonna find a sentiment that says Caleb on it? Nowhere, that's where you're gonna find it. So this is just such a fun set. You use the bright colors, you can use it up against the black backdrops. It's vintage, it's retro, it's reminiscent. I mean, again, look at the little gems. This is such a wonderful set for $18.95. If you've been on a road trip, this would be an amazing kit for like the
things you
little,
can
if
do.
you love to go to a diner, this would be an amazing set to put your memories in. Card making, scrapbooking. I mean, it's just for parties. This is just the perfect set. And
Whoever
especially at
receives the
$18.95.
card will be really cute.
Well,
They'll be like, oh my gosh,
think
this
it's
is so
absolutely
cute.
amazing. I love
Okay,
it so
so
much.
stay on the line for that if you will. Go to hsn.com. That's the fastest way to shop. I do want to mention, speaking of hsn.com, oh, my jacket. Okay, so we have...
You do look good, girl.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have, the jacket I'm wearing is actually from the Jacqueline Smith collection. I'm wearing it because I'm giving you a sneak peek at something that's coming up. It is not available right now, but it will be. But if you'd like to see many of the items that we as hosts wear, we actually have what's called the host closet. And so you can actually go to hsn.com and you type in host closet, and many of the items you see us wear, you'll be able to shop there. I'm just giving you a preview of the jacket that I have on right now because it will be coming up with Jacqueline Smith. Isn't it cute?
It is.
It's comfortable
You look
too.
like
It's
a
really
rock and roll
comfortable.
star.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. God bless you. All right, so this next item, I teased everybody on it. Hey, by the way, don't forget Anna Griffin's coming up.
Oh,
we'll have
good.
her. We have her this day only. A lot of you seeing one set of stamps went ahead and ordered it. And that's because you love her stuff. Brand new. But this is
She
one,
makes great
in my
stuff.
preview, I said, you're gonna watch you take kind of a basic stamp and you're gonna make it really wow.
I love this shimmer stuff so much. So
I do too.
first let's talk, you're getting your choice. You have your choice of metallics or pastels. I actually turn them around so that you can see the colors a little bit better. So this is your metallics over here. It's got the pewter and the bronze and the gold and the silver and the copper. And then you've got the pastels over here with this beautiful dusty blue and the chartreuse color. I'm obsessed with this pink. So you've got, it's an either or. I would actually grab both because it's less than $5 a tub.
Wow.
Let me show you some
And
finished
by the
projects.
way, one little bit goes a very long way.
Yes. Oh, and already 1,200 people have. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, so let me show you just a couple of finished projects. See that? Look at that shimmer on the backdrop of that card. That's what you're getting with this bundle.
That's so
look
cool.
at that, Suzanne. It's so good. So whether you layer it on top of pattern paper, whether you layer it on top of white cardstock, look at the shine that you get with Suzanne's exactly right. Just a little bit. Let me show you how easy. I mean, look at that.
Well, here's what I did.
It doesn't add texture. It doesn't add.
When stencils first came out,
Listen.
I have it all. But I
Stencils
haven't
are
used them.
are my jam.
But you know what? I have a ton of stencils from 100 years ago, right?
I
And
must set
you
this
don't
down,
use
Suzanne.
them. And then all of a sudden, when this came along, you're like, get every stencil out I own.
Right,
Now I'm
because
gonna use them.
you're like, there's only so many. I love my inks, but there's only so many ways, you know. And you do, but this with the stencils or with the glimmer paste. So I'm gonna lay a little bit on here, and I didn't use any washi tape, so excuse me for 1 second. There we go. So you just take it and you just sort of spread it on.
It's like peanut butter.
It's like peanut butter, and it's so smooth and it's so easy. And like I said, I didn't use any washi tape, so excuse if there's any. But you just go over and over and over. Look at how crisp and cleanly that comes out. Now, to Suzanne's point, you can do it on an entire sheet. You can do it on an embellishment. Because this isn't a wide mouth jar, every single bit on this palette knife is going to go back in. There is zero waste, zero, right? Because when you're buying a medium and you want to use it, you want to get everything you can out of it. Everything goes right back in. So I did what, a 3-inch square with about half a drop of shimmer paste, and this is the result you're getting. Whether you use it on cardstock, whether you use it on pattern paper, you can also take, let me show you this right here. You can take a damp paper towel and just rub it on. Look at the ombre effect you get with this. This is just you don't even need stencils. Damp paper towel and the shimmer
You're just
paste.
smearing it
and then
on,
just
basically.
smearing it on, and that's the result you're gonna get. So you can use it for bookmarks, you can use it for scrapbook pages, you can use it for cards. This is another great, if you've got kids that like to craft with you, this will be a game changer for them because the stencils are inexpensive, this is inexpensive, they can use just a tiny bit, they're not gonna make a
what I like
mess.
about it too, it not only gives it the shimmer, it gives it a little bit of a raised effect.
Yes.
Which you can see
but not
that-
extra weight, which
Yeah,
I think is important.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. It's not super thick.
Right.
But you just get enough raised effect, it makes it really special.
Look at that.
butterfly
If you
looks
were to buy, look at the background.
Oh, how cool
If
is
you were to
that?
buy a sheet of 12 by 12 paper with this on it, it would be $3 or $4 a piece. You're using, oh my
Ooh,
gosh,
now I
Suzanne.
love
Suzanne
that
and I are
one.
just gonna ooh and ah. This is the other thing that's great about it. It works so beautifully on dark cardstock. Inks, you know, they're great,
show
but they
this
have
one
to be
right
used
there.
on, I was just gonna look at
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
that's a
there.
good one. Oh, look at the
Look
silver
at
on
the
the black.
silver on the black.
That's
so
great.
masculine cards. I mean, look at it on the blue. With inks, you would not be able to see this effect, right? Ah, Oh, Suzanne!
That's wow.
This
Ooh,
is
and it's
it.
ombre.
I know, it's so good. Just teeny tiny bits. So that's the pastels. Let me show you some of the metallics. I mean,
And a
look
little
at this.
update. You know, Kevin, let's break it down between the pastels and the metallics, if you don't mind.
Look at this little, oh, Suzanne!
Total.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Okay, got it. So in the pastels, we've got about a little over 1,000 left. We've already sold, though, 1,300.
Oh, gosh.
So we had it on one other time earlier. Obviously, it is a favorite. It will, guys, if you have stencils, and again, stencils are making a great resurgence, but it's things like this, I think, that are making that happen.
Well, and I also think, like, we need backgrounds for all the stamps and dies we buy. You need to do something on the back of on the background of the card so that it looks great. This is how you do that, using just plain white cardstock. We've all got lots of cardstock at home. This is a perfect example. Such a cute little raccoon, such a cute little sentiment. What would you put on the back of this? You'd have to find a piece of pattern paper. You'd have to make something that coordinates. You're just gonna do it yourself, and this is going to blow someone's mind when they get this.
So
Look
cool.
at the shimmer and shine on that. That's what I think is so important. And because of the colors, this would be great for sympathy cards, wedding invitations. It's not, the pastels are a little more cute and funsy, but the metallics are for your everyday, for your elegant projects, for your happy birthdays, for your sympathies. And then you've got the fun pastels if you want to be a little more whimsical. But it's such a great, I would get both just because this is sort of spring themed and we're getting into spring.
Yeah.
These colors for the holidays, could you imagine these on Halloween cards?
Oh, it'd be
Suzanne,
gorgeous.
or Christmas? I mean,
Gorgeous.
absolutely
Fall,
everything.
Fall cards too.
Whatever stencil
We're getting you all
you've
set
got.
up for next fall. But anyway, and I think these are all season, to be honest with you.
Agreed.
So again, pastel or the pastels or
Metallics.
Metallics. And just so you know, the pastels are the more popular of the two, but I agree with you.
I would grab both.
We've got
yeah.
these at $7.24 if you want to use our FlexPay, and that means 4 FlexPays or one over there. 4 FlexPay, you pay it off in 4 months. Use any major credit card, you can grab those. And again, you still have 30 days to send everything back if you don't love it. Real quick before we get to this one, please remember we have a deal that's happening. Everything ships today for crafting, and you will only pay a total
such a good deal.
of $7.50.
Such a good deal.
Here's the problem. It's going to go through tomorrow, but it resets itself tonight.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and get stuff ordered in so it won't reset at midnight. So go ahead and go ahead and check out. You don't have to fill your cart and at the end of the day do it, 'cause stuff sells out before you do that.
That's correct. That's correct. A lot of things are selling out today that I had planned to buy.
Can I
but
tell
that's
you,
okay.
this is my favorite storage box of all time.
Well, and
I have 2 of them and I love them.
wait until the binders thing has blown my mind. Okay, so we've always sold the storage boxes.
Yes.
By the way, if you have loved the black and white floral, it sold out, I think, about 8 or 9 months ago. We are just now getting it back. The reason it's so popular is because you can color it in with your markers.
Cute.
So it is back for the first time tonight. We've always sold the storage boxes. I'm going to tell you all about it. But tonight we're selling the storage boxes and the coordinating binder because HSN customers said, hey, love the storage box, but I want to take my stuff to crops and I don't want to have to repackage it and move it around. So Diamond Press said, okay, we'll put it in a binder. Suzanne, it is the most genius thing. Okay, so let's talk about how this all came to be. Diamond Press wanted to make storage for all their stamps and dies. So they originally came out with this storage box and it has these envelopes and they've got these labels on the top so that you can put, you know, this is my whatever floral stamp, here's the number. It has the stamps, it has the dies, it has the folders, it has the instructions,
And you're getting
everything.
28
you get
of
20
those.
of those you get 20 in the box. And then we realized, oh, it holds stamps and it holds slimline dies and it holds embossing folders and it holds, stencils and embossing folders and it holds all these things. And oh, by the way, you still have room for your marquee. People went crazy for this. We've sold thousands upon thousands. Then people said, but what if I want to take this to a crop? I don't want to take the box. It's hard for me to take these like this. Diamond Press said, we're going to make you a binder. Here's what I think is so important. Sometimes, you know, you have a storage system and then the company comes out with another storage system and they're like, but it's not exactly the same and you have to have a different folder or a different whatever. These are the exact same folders, just with holes punched in them. So if you want to put hole punches in the ones you've already got, you can. If you want to put these in your storage box, you can. But this makes it possible to take your Diamond Press or whatever you keep in these on the go
so
with
wait,
you.
just to clarify, you're getting 20 in the original in the box.
20 in the folders, yep.
But
and then
in
you're
you're getting
8.
another 8
Yes,
that actually have the hole punched.
But they are
got
the
it.
exact same folder.
And what are the 2 choices? You said
So
that
you're
was
getting black and white is reorder, and the muted floral is new, and this has been very popular today.
I love it.
Oh, by the way, if you have a bunch of boxes and you're like, okay, I love those, but I just want more of the binders, you can also buy the binders individually.
Oh,
so say you
separately.
want, you want to do one that's Christmas and one that's Easter and one that's birthday. This is also a great way to organize your dies, but we wanted everybody to have a choice. We want you to take your items on the go.
That's
we
awesome.
also want you to have a great storage. So these fit in here, these fit in here. You just have to add your hole punches. It's such amazing
And here's
quality.
something that's like small, but you're gonna crack up. They have these little labels you put on there.
They're
the other
so
day,
handy.
I went in and said, all right, I need all of my Valentine's heart love stuff all put together. And I really went in and really had a day where I was organizing dies from different companies, stamps, but I wanted them thematically. Also with Diamond Press, if you ever get a Diamond Press kit, they come with 100 million little things.
Yeah.
You get the stamps, you get the dies, you get the folders.
instructions, all the
And
stuff.
so these labels, it's like this, I just go through my box, and when I need I needed my Valentine's stuff the other day, or a love, whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
I had them both there, I pulled them both out, did my project, stuck them back in. When you get organized like that, all the things you have, when you can put them
finally
together,
start
you
to
find
use
them.
them.
You
I know.
find them.
You find them and you
Because
use
you can do a dog theme, a cat theme, and you use all the different brands, and I put them together in a couple of these.
Well, and that's why I also love this idea, because even if you're not going to go on a crop and you're going to use this at home, to your point, Valentine's Day is coming. I can pull out all of my Valentine's Day stuff, I can put them in this binder, and then I have this on my desk instead of every time I want to go look for a Valentine's Day thing, I'll be like,
Open
okay,
the box.
let me rifle through my box and look.
Right.
So this is great to have if you're cropping. This is great to just have sitting on your desk if you're traveling. It's such a genius idea, and the fact that you can intermix and just punch some holes in them if you want to add them to this, it just makes it's just genius. So this is back for the first time tonight.
How many do we have left in each? That's it, okay, and they're selling equally, so we have 800 left in each.
Oh, interesting.
First time ever you're getting the binder with the brand new folders inside.
Yep.
And you all get the dividers, you get the dividers, you get the labels. It is the smartest system I've ever used.
And if you want more binders, those are available. If you want more boxes, those are available separately. Yeah, but it's so much better. I mean, buy them together.
I think it's a great idea together, and it's a better value. All right, what did you say, Kevin?
He said, please.
Oh,
be-
the enamel
please be done
dots with
Beth
binders.
Kingston.
No, come on, we got more to show. We got two more things. Well, we got a little show and mention at the end.
Oh, sweet.
Please don't forget our super surprises coming up from Anna Griffin, which is our This Day Only. You will love the stamp set. It is probably one of the best I think she's ever created.
She makes such amazing
She
things.
really does. All right, girl, these
Okay.
are always fun. I'm glad they're back.
These are back, and I think people have been asking about them, so we brought back the brights and we brought back the pastels. For $19.95, you're getting 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 sheets. That's $1 a sheet of these gorgeous enamel dots. You're getting circles, you're getting hexagons, and you're getting squares. The brights have this really bold fuchsia. It's got this gorgeous Kelly green. It's got this beautiful bright blue with the purple. And then the pastels have this sort of lemon yellow. It's got this lime green, this beautiful baby blue. You choose either or. I would grab both. $19.95, normally $29.95.
Nifty little binder.
They stay in your binder.
Which we love.
There are thousands of these per, so it's not like, oh, this is so precious and I just paid $5 a sheet for these, so I can only use onesies, twosies. We want you to use these on all your projects. The reason I love enamel dots more is because they don't add a lot of height.
Yes,
Right?
but they
They
still
add
give you a lot
texture,
of
but
wow.
but
Yeah.
they don't add a lot of height, so it's
All right, my
great if
love.
you're trying to mail it.
And then we have one more
They're
thing
like,
we're
now
going to
you're
show
done.
on hsn.com real quick.
Oh, okay, this was so good. So if you've got too much stuff on your table, which we all do, that adheres to the side of your table. It will hold your marquee, it will hold your pens, it will hold your adhesive, it will hold all your paper. It clears up space on your table, but still keeps all your stuff organized.
There you go. All right, now, Beth, I'm going to let you go for a minute. Are you back later?
I'm back at 11.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thanks, honey. All right, here's what's going to happen next. Again, as I mentioned, Anna Griffin is going to be joining me just around the corner with our This Day Only. Lots of you said already you're in, but I can't wait for the rest of you to see it. But first, check out our quick buy we have, and I'll see you back in just a sec.
What you doing?
I'm crafting something for someone.
Ooh, I love crafting. Who's it for?
No one you know.
Ooh, okay. Well, I see you're using Diamond Press ink pads.
I am. You get all of these colors. You can use them individually, or you can mix them to make custom colors. Now, I like to use it to make cards and tags and all other kinds of craft.
All right, show me what you got, girl.
Okay, it's for you. I made it to celebrate 1 month of doing videos together.
Oh my gosh, well, guess what? I made you one too.
No way. I love butter. If you want your own Diamond Press ink pad, you can get it at hsn.com or the app. Just use that item number. You can also use that QR code that's right on the screen.
HSN is celebrating Black History Month.
with a full day of highlighting Black-owned and founded businesses.
Discover a specially curated assortment of brands and products
that celebrate the Black experience
and feeling beautiful in the skin that you're in.
It's a 25-hour celebration
featuring the premiere of Harlem's Fashion Row live from New York.
starts Wednesday at 11 p.m. through Thursday on HSN and hsn.com.
I'll tell you, I hope you really tune in for the Harlem Fashion Row event. I am so excited about it. I got a sneak peek at the fashions coming up. They're absolutely marvelous. That's going to be a really cool event, and I'm excited to see it along with you. So what's happening? I'm Suzanne Runyon. This is my show. I'm a huge crafter. I'm very passionate about this. Please don't forget, after I introduce Anna coming up, we will go to Facebook Live and YouTube Live at 9:30. I have my HSN Gets Crafty off-air show. We do different items that you've not seen on the air at all. They're brand new items, and we've got a really, really fun collection tonight. I'm so excited to show you this, but that'll be 9:30 on HSN Facebook, or you can watch it on YouTube, or YouTube? Yeah, YouTube as well. All right, let's jump into the next item. I gave you guys a sneak peek. This is called a This Day Only. It's like a mini Today Special, and the price ends either when it sells out or we hit midnight. And I fell in love with this the minute I saw it. Number one, it's from Griffin, who we love. She's exquisite, and her work is amazing. These stamps are some of the most beautiful stamps I have personally ever seen in my life, and it's an entire collection. So you want to go early on this, and it's brand new and saved for our show. Even our guys are whiting out more and more because it's all 1, 2, all the way over here. All of these, including the words, you're getting as well. Let me introduce Miss Anna to you. It's so funny. For years and years, I went to a great big craft and hobby event in Anaheim, California, and she always has these amazing booths, and she would come out, and she's such a rock star. I wouldn't even say hi to her. I was so nervous. And since then, she's become a dear friend and inspiration for all of us. She is literally one of the leaders when it comes to design world, and she joins me right now. Hey, girl.
Hi, Suzanne. Thank you for that introduction. Craft and Hobby Association show, and my goodness, we've come a long way. Yes, our first crafting products were in early 2001, and my goodness, here we are so many years later. We have put together an anniversary clear stamp set. So this is the very first product that I ever had on air, and it was on QVC UK, where clear stamps similar to this. But what we did was we went way back to the archive and put together a set of 32 clear stamps. Wow. Now, these are sentiments and frames, all right? They're gonna say everything that you wanna say, like good luck and thank you, but beautiful type designs that say get well wishes and forever grateful. But then where we get into what true signature pattern work, these are stamps that are in perfect repeat, so that if you're making for personal use, patterns and borders, you can do that beautifully with these stamps. Now, what's really specific about these stamps is that not only have they been re-released, they have been re-engineered. Now, that means they are thicker than ever before. The designs have been made so that you have a corner where you can start the border and turn the corner. You can stamp in perfect repeat over and over again. And they've been engineered to fit our brand new stamping platform. So what you're seeing is the ability to stamp perfect patterns. For me, I love to use we put together an anniversary ink set that I'm going to be using, and I know we're going to go to that at the end, but let me just show you what we did just for fun. When we're working with a stamping platform, one of the things that you have to do is position your paper underneath, and when we've done that, and we're going to just stamp one of these sentiments. And I went ahead and I put it inside the frame. And what's so pretty about these inks is that they're hybrid, meaning they're part pigment and part dye ink. And so with the stamping platform, now we can actually position everything. We can actually stamp in the middle of one of our card layers. And the design on the typography and the frames, these are so perfectly beautiful. Now, I could easily go ahead and just take this and die cut this, right? So we have a little project I'm going to show you where just for you becomes, you know, the front of a card. And so when we're thinking about getting 32 stamps, right, 32 anniversary stamps, we really want to think, okay, let's make a pattern. Let's make a pattern with it. And you can do that with the stamp platform. Now, we had some really great stickers on earlier today, Suzanne, and they're going to adorn the middle of that pattern that's been stamped. And there we go, just for you. Add a little finishing touch to that. And all we have to do is do that over and over again, meaning that if we were to take our clear stamps and these sentiments, this is like nothing else you'll ever need, because you don't have to have, you always have the perfect front of your card. And when you get really good at the stamping, you see the entire background of the card and the die cut has been stamped with the pattern. Oh, wow. And these are some of our most beautiful patterns. They have been made and engineered in that perfect repeat so that, let me just show you on the stamping platform again, this is how that's going to work.
Yeah, Anna, do everybody a favor what you're talking about, because they might not understand what the perfect repeat means.
So perfect repeat means that it looks like the pattern has been printed in this way. All right. So the design of the pattern, this is a proprietary piece of artwork, right, for our company. And what we're doing is we're now going to make this a seamless pattern. And we're doing that because we've engineered the patterns so that they work and repeat on this little bar that comes with our stamp platform. What's so great, now if I had gotten it lined up, it would have been perfect, right? And so you're creating, you know, over and over again, you're moving this down the paper and creating what looks like a printed piece of cardstock. So I think that, so if you're better at it than me, which most people are, here we have, you know, somebody that's spent a lot of time doing that. They've even die cut it to make it look like it came that way. And for those that really love stamping, this is a super easy way to create something very custom and easy to work with. So there we go. We're just,
and let me give everybody an update. Okay, we literally just launched it in this show. It's saved for our show. It's a this day only. 400, almost 400 have now been ordered. The price goes up two ways. I don't even know if we'll have it back. Number one, if it sells out, then if it comes back, it's gonna be a higher price. Or we get to midnight, the price is gonna go up. So you definitely wanna order this one right now. Here's why I would get it personally. What I love is Anna's papers are beautiful, but when you run out of that background you love, you done run out. And also you, Anna, obviously choose this beautiful color palette. With this now, guys, you never run out of a beautiful background, and we need all these exquisite backgrounds. And now you can make whatever color palette you want. So Anna, for me, this is just so freeing when it comes to being able to use the essence of your beautiful design work, your beautiful artwork, but now we've got more freedom to be able to colorize it any way we choose. If I want to do bright primaries, then now I can do it. And I love that you've done that. It allows us to print our own backgrounds.
Exactly. And we've got borders included and corner designs so that you can create entire card layers. There's a lace one. Each one of these is something that, you know, I have so many beautiful samples just to show you. Look at how, you know, end to end and corner to corner, these are two different stamps, but used to create an entirely new pattern. And what's so pretty about die cutting it after you've stamped it, it really just takes it to a completely different level of ornamentation.
Can you imagine, Anna, because I love when you do your metallic backgrounds on your paper, can you imagine using metallic inks on these, and then what's going to happen with that? Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about the inks, I'll talk to you about some of the amazing things that are coming up in our new ink system this year, which, you know, is going to make that. I love tonal stamping, you know, the green on the green. I really like taking the color of the ink and matching it to the paper to make that beautiful, subtle patterning. So no matter how you work with stamping, right, we've given you something that is not not just a sentiment set, it's a full design set with the ability to create layers and backgrounds, and even if you wanted to create your own gift wrap, this is a stamp set that's really going to be able to take you places in your creativity. So each one of these is more beautiful than the next,
They really
right?
are.
And
oh gosh, yeah.
and just have fun with it, because you see, this looks like the card background came out of one of our card making kits, and honestly, it was completely stamped. And so again, that perfect repeat, Suzanne, means that it's going to make a seamless repeat if you line it up, stamping it one after the next. We want to do it vertically every time. It does repeat left to right as well, but again, this is for personal use only, because these are our proprietary patterns. So what we've done is we've made it available for you to craft with, and what we've also done is the ability to do something that you've probably not done in a long time with stamping. We did this right at the beginning.
And that's what's really cool, guys, is that's, I guess, why I was so excited too. I've not seen you do a kit like this in years and years and years and years. I mean, I don't remember ever. And I'll tell you the other thing too. When you talk about the sentiments that are right here, when Anna does her card kits, she will give you pre-printed one. And when you run out of that one saying you really like, you're like, well, darn it, I wish I had more. Again, this allows you to make unlimited amounts of sayings, so you can use them over and over and create the palette you want. And Anna, you've got a lot of different sentiments in there too. It covers a lot of occasions.
We do. And what's so nice about it is it's all occasions. So if you're saying thank you, thank just for you, right? Happy birthday, right? Have a happy birthday. Just for you. Look at this tiny one. Thank you kindly. And then all the things, good luck, all the things that you want to say. So it's an easy kit to work with, and it's decorative as well. Each one of the small sentiments fits inside one of the large frames.
So cool. It's so smart, obviously. So guys, stay on the line for it. I know you're loving it, just because I saw it too, and I was like, oh man, this is so smart and clever, and totally you're gonna love that repeat, because now you can do really big backgrounds and literally create the Anna look on any paper in any palette that you'd like. All right, Anna, really quickly, let's talk about your unique inks. Gang, this is a set of 6 inks you're getting. They're super-sized pads, which is great. These are on sale today. Anna, why do you love your inks, and why did you create them the way you did?
Brand new manufacturing, brand new factory, 3-inch square inks in our perfect palette. So you're getting all 6, and it's a hybrid ink pad, meaning that we have the warm gray, the sage green, the blue, the lavender, the turquoise, and the pink. Every single one of these is going to work like a pigment and a dye ink. It's going to dry quickly, but not so quickly that you can't use embossing powders.
Awesome. All right, Anna, now she is not going far, because up next she has an entire hour with Adam. At 9:30, join me in a half an hour. I'll be on Facebook Live and YouTube Live.